March 2nd, 2015 meeting of the Anne Arundel County Council is now in session. Please stand for the invocation and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Dear Lord, be with us this evening as we make decisions. Help and guide us. Give us wisdom. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen. This evening, before we start with the pledge, I'm going to introduce Caroline Christian, who's going to lead us in the pledge. She was recently named Miss Anne Arundel County Outstanding Teen 2015, and she's going to address us in a few minutes, but to start off, she's going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we have a citation for you this evening, Caroline, and it reads, this is an Anne Arundel County Council citation, and it's presented to Caroline Grace Christian. Congratulations on being named Miss Anne Arundel County Outstanding Teen. Your work in raising awareness on your platform of Tourette syndrome, keeping calm, and tick on is commendable. The County Council congratulates you on your achievement and contribution to the citizens of our county, and it's signed by all 7 members of the County Council. Congratulations.
Thank you.
No problem. There you go. You have the mic.
First off, I just want to say thank you for having me. Thank you, I guess, for coming. I'm Caroline Christian, as he said. I am currently a 9th grader at Archbishop Spalding High School. I was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome summer after 2nd grade. Tourette syndrome, it's a neurobiological disorder. The chemical imbalance in the brain. The brain releases chemicals to tell us to move or speak. For me, as you can see, I have the motion tic. There's multiple different kinds. I bet probably a lot of you guys heard of the cussing tic, but that's rare and it doesn't really happen in, it's a very small percentage. TS symptoms appear between ages 5 and 7. Begins before age 18, must have multiple vocal and motor tics for at least 1 year. 3 times more common in males than females, and tics wax and wane. That's, for me, my tics, it's like asking a normal person not to breathe or not to blink. And we're all breathing and we're all blinking, and that's kind of how it is. And if you look at it, it's like you have a gumball, you have a jar of gumballs and they just keep overflowing. That's what my brain is telling my body to do with all these different motions and all these different sounds to do. I have a platform, Keep Calm and Tick On, underneath the Miss America organization. I just recently won Miss Anne Arundel County Outstanding Teen, and in late June I'm going to be competing in Harrisburg for the state title. So I'm going to be trying for Miss Maryland Outstanding Teen. I think it's cool for my platform because I get to walk it every day. And yeah, a lot of people, they have like different platforms, but I definitely think this one has greatly impacted me, my family, and the people surrounding me because it's personal. But one of the big reasons why I'm here is because this March 15th through June 15th is National Tourette Month. I don't know why it's in the middle of the month, but it is. I would like to ask you guys, all of the councilmen and the help of Mr. Hogan to have a Teal Tuesday, a Tourette Syndrome Awareness Day. It's basically in the city of Annapolis. We would like to urge all citizens to recognize the signs of this neurological disorder, the importance of early diagnosis and treatments, and show support to the children and families who live with Tourette syndrome by wearing teal the first Tuesday of the awareness, which is May 19th, 2015. If you guys have any questions, you feel free to ask me. But yeah. Well, thanks again for having me, and hope you have a good meeting.
Outstanding job. Madam Secretary, please read the ethics statement.
The Ethics Commission has asked that I advise you that under certain circumstances, members of the public may qualify as lobbyists when they testify before the County Council. If so, the law requires that certain information be filed with the Ethics Commission. The Chairman of the Ethics Commission has asked that those present review the Ethics Commission information in the foyer of these chambers. If there are any questions about lobbying requirements, speakers should contact the Ethics Commission in the Heritage Office Complex on Riva Road.
Thank you. Mr. Fink?
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I would like to withdraw Bill 515.
Thank you. At this time, is there anyone who in the audience who would like to address the council briefly on any subject that's not on the printed agenda? We ask that you limit your remarks to 2 minutes, and please state your name and address for the record. Good evening, Ms. Johnson.
We're going back to Groundhog Day review again.
State your name and address.
Oh, I'm sorry. Julie Johnson, P.O. Box 6634, Annapolis, Maryland. And I'm here to review some issues that I've brought up with you before because I'm still pleading for your help because I'm still really tired of being afraid all the time. And I'm really tired of losing so much money. So you know that I have reminded you in the past that the health department allowed my neighbor to install his septic system so that he's using my land for the disposal of his human waste, or the human waste and other wastewater from his rental properties. And I just don't think that's very nice, but the health department doesn't have the authority to give him the use of my land. That's a constitutional issue, Fifth Amendment. I've also told you about how my other neighbor totaled a pickup truck. They slashed the roof of my Mustang convertible, slashed the tires, and smashed the windows. This is really devastating, and you can't, I mean, maybe you would, but I felt I did not dare file for an insurance claim because my insurance agent said, insurance companies do not have to renew your policy if you have 3 claims in 3 years. So, you know, you take the loss, and that's a pretty substantial loss. In addition to that, I've told you in the past about how my neighbors filed suit in 2007 claiming that they owned half of this piece of land or road that I own, and that the real estate investor would gain $91,000 worth of land under the tax assessor's square foot analysis. And then the other neighbor would gain also over $90,000. But since they chased me off my land and I don't get to use it, they were gaining use and occupancy and possession and depriving me of use and possession of over $360,000 worth of land. That's pretty awful. And then you know that they filed an injunction and I wasn't allowed to call the police, and the police department complied.
Thank you,
So
Ms. Johnson.
I know it's an old song and dance, but I really appreciate your help a lot.
Thank you.
So I will leave you with remains of 1 roll of toilet paper.
Thank you.
Yeah, but it's not a whole roll, so it doesn't count as a, a violation of the ethics issue.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. Is there anyone else wishing to speak? None. Madam Secretary, please read the title of the bills to be introduced this evening.
Bill 1515, an ordinance concerning self-insurance fund claims for payment from the fund. Bill 1615, an ordinance concerning watershed protection and restoration program, stormwater remediation fee. Bill 1715, an ordinance concerning public works watershed protection and restoration program.
Thank you. Madam Secretary, please read the title of the resolutions to be introduced this evening.
Resolution 1215, resolution confirming the selection of the site for a reconstructed Annapolis Regional Library. Resolution 1315, resolution approving a repayment term and amortization method for consolidated general improvement bonds issued in calendar year 2015.
Thank you. Madam Secretary, please read the title of Bill 1015.
An ordinance concerning Gibson Island Special Community Benefit District.
Mr. Fink?
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, this is to amend a current SCBD in my district. Typically, as we all know, these are introduced by the county executive. However, he had a conflict of interest, so being it was my district, I picked this up. And we're just amending the the current SCBD that's already in place.
Thank you. Any questions from the council? Seeing none, this time we'll open the public hearing on Bill 1015. There's no one signed up in advance to speak on 1015, but if you would like to, please come forward at this time. Seeing no movement in the audience, the public hearing on Bill 1015 is now closed.
Mr. Chair?
I'm sorry. Yes.
Sorry, maybe to Mr. Fink. Did we get any correspondence from the community that they want this? I mean,
They go through a petition process, of which 119 properties supported it, 22 opposed it.
right. Yeah, usually we get someone that comes up and...
I mean, they are here.
Oh, okay.
If
So,
there was no
good.
questions, I think they just decided to take a back seat, but I'm sure they'll come up. And
No, very, very good. Just wanted to make sure everybody was on board, that's all.
Ms. Sutherland?
Yes, usually this is a SCBD bill is introduced by the administration. We verify the counts. In this case, we actually did the counts. There were 211 eligible properties. They needed 106 to have more than a 50% majority. They had 108 yes votes. So they do have a 51.18% majority in favor.
Thank you. Any additional questions from the council? Seeing none, thank you. Madam Secretary, please read the title of Bill 1115.
An ordinance concerning Gibson Island Special Community Benefit District, approval of loan and assignment agreement.
Thank you. Mr. Fink again?
Again, this has to do with that SCBD. This is just approving the loan that Gibson Island is going in for.
Thank you. Any questions from the council? And see any?
Mr. Chairman, I guess,
Mr. Smith.
I don't know if the leadership of the community wanted to say a few words. Could we give them?
Yeah, absolutely.
If that's coming
I'm
up?
going to open up the public hearing now and
Okay.
actually have one individual signed
Oh,
up to
okay,
speak.
okay.
So at this time, if there's anyone who wishes to speak on behalf of 1115, please come forward. But I do have one individual who's going to start us off, and that's Matthew Kimball.
Sir, I would defer to the President.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm Greg Cross. I'm the president of the Gibson Island Community Association, and we're very much in support of it. We just weren't sure about the protocol coming up. This loan is going to enable us to rebuild our community. It's 90 years old. We have the original buildings. They're wood. We're on the water, and they are very much in need of repair and replacement, and we've, as a community, undertaken to pass that. The support for the project runs in the 80% of the community range. We've taken serial votes to do that. And this approving the SCB tonight stands to save us $2 million because it will lower our financing costs and lowering our taxes. So that we are resoundingly in support of that savings, and we appreciate your help in passing it.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak on Bill 1115? Seeing no movement in the audience, the public hearing on Bill 1115 is now closed. Madam Secretary, please read the title of Resolution 1115.
Resolution approving appointments of Severn River Commission members.
Thank you. Mr. Marzick?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the council. My name is Bernie Marzick from the County Executive's Office. Resolution 1115 confirms the appointments of 4 members of the Severn River Commission. The Severn River Commission was created by the County Council and the City of Annapolis in 1984 to advise these bodies on the policies that enhance and protect the natural, historic, and scenic quality of the Severn River watershed. The Commission has 9 voting members, 5 ex officio members who meet once a month. 7 of the members are appointed by the Anne Arundel County Executive, and 2 are appointed by the Mayor of Annapolis. Members serve staggered 3-year terms. The resolution here before you, 1115, appoints Charles Creeder, Sarah Phillips, and Stephen McHale to terms ending January 31st, 2018, and it also appoints Daniel Roche to serve the remainder of a term until January 31st, 2017. Thank you very much.
Any questions from the council? Seeing none, thank you. This time we'll open the public hearing on Resolution 1115. Is there anyone wishing to speak on 1115? Seeing no movement in the audience, the public hearing on 1115 is now closed. Madam Secretary, please read the title of Bill 1015.
An ordinance concerning Gibson Island Special Community Benefit District.
Thank you. Is there any discussion amongst the council? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, please call the roll on Bill 1015.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Grasso?
Aye.
Mr. Fink?
Aye.
Mr. Pruski?
Aye.
Mr. Perutka?
Aye.
Mr. Trumbauer?
Aye.
Mr. Walker?
Aye.
7 in the affirmative, none in the negative. Bill 1015 is passed.
Thank you. Madam Madam Secretary, please read the title of Bill 1115.
An ordinance concerning Gibson Island Special Community Benefit District, approval of loan and assignment agreement.
Thank you. Any discussion amongst the council? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, please call the roll on Bill 1115.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Grasso?
Aye.
Mr. Fink?
Aye.
Mr. Pruski?
Aye.
Mr. Perutka?
Aye.
Mr. Trumbauer?
Aye.
Mr. Walker?
Aye.
7 in the affirmative, none in the negative. Bill 1115 is passed.
Thank you. Madam Secretary, please read the title of Resolution 1115.
Resolution approving appointments of Severn River Commission members.
Any discussion? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, please call the roll on 1115.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Grasso?
Aye.
Mr. Fink?
Aye.
Mr. Pruski?
Aye.
Mr. Perutka?
Aye.
Mr. Trumbauer?
Aye.
Mr. Walker?
Aye.
7 in the affirmative, none in the negative. Resolution 1115 is passed.
Is there any other business to be brought before the county council?
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The county council is adjourned until March 16th, 2015.